Welcome back, guys, to another video. This is going to be the Horrific Visions explanation and breakdown part 1. Yes, this is 3 parts. I initially had a whole video covering all of Stormwind and then the explanation video, but it took over an hour, so I'm splitting it into parts. It's a lot to cover, so I'd rather just have the runs separate. Now, the Stormwind run I did before was blind. So when I did the Stormwind run, I did it without any mask and have no real knowledge of what was happening. I was just trying to remember what it was, and again, that was the entire point of the blind run, is to try to figure out stuff as you go. But this is like a day after, so I've got more knowledge and stuff to what's going on. I found out how to unlock more stuff, found out even more stuff, like, you know, all the runes and everything. So obviously the Stormwind run is outdated. However, unfortunately, since it changes every week, the Horrific Visions change every week, I can't go back and redo the Stormwind run. We're now stuck on Orgrimmar, and the next time we see Stormwind, it's released. So I have to upload what I can, and the Stormwind video will be uploaded how it is. So if I'm saying repeated stuff in the Stormwind video, or if I'm saying stuff like, hey, I don't know what this does, or, you know, I don't know what this does, I don't know how to unlock this, that's because when I did it, it was blind. I was trying to remember what happens from the previous iteration of Horrific Visions. Like I said, I can't redo it. Unfortunately, it is how it is, so that's just how it's going to be. But I can show you the everything else outside of this in this video, because this is part 1, and I did it after all that stuff was done. Make sure you like and subscribe, guys. Thank you so much for the previous support of my 2 previous videos. That took quite a lot of work to do, and this one took a lot longer than those 2 other videos, and I'm on a time crunch over here, so I'm gonna be quick about it. I don't want to get this video lasting too long. All right, so Horrific Visions starting next week. You're gonna find it over here in Dornegal. Now, yeah, there's also like the Diablo thing going on here on the PTR that we'll probably check out later. Anyway, whenever you're logging next week, you're gonna have this Dornegal Horrific Visions Revisited icon over here, and this is gonna show you where the Horrific Visions is. So it's right by the Ring and Deep portal number 1 over here. Okay, and all right, so there's gonna be a quest line over here starting with Soridormi. Now I did it all the way up until I finished the lesser runes. So up until then, it gives you, like, you know, a breakdown of the basics, like, hey, this is what Horrific Visions are. You go in, you kill the boss, you come out. I didn't think that warranted the video because it took 30 seconds. So, yeah. And unlocking the lesser runes will require you to complete a vision of either Orgrimmar or Stormwind that week in entirety. So you got to kill all the lost areas and the corrupted areas. And I'll break down what those are here in a bit. Okay, so what do you get out of these? Okay, first off, you get these mounts. So you see these 2 monsters just standing here. These are some of the vendors that you can get while completing Horrific Visions. So Corruption of the Aspects, which is this mount, and then a pet, which is this thing over here. Pretty cool. Some cosmetics, you know, some of the old legendary cloak that we had back in the day when we did this initially, and then there's also a set for the Corrupted Visions. So if you want to see what the set looked like, it looks the same for everybody. So this is what it looks like. Now, it shows it on the Blood Elf, but I don't know what it looks like for any other class. However, they're all the same. So this is what you can expect. And you also get a title. If you do a 5 mask Horrific Vision run of both Stormwind and Orgrimmar, you will get a title. Let me see. The Faceless one. I think that's what it is. Yeah, the Faceless one. That's the one you get for completing all 5. But with this iteration, they added 3 more masks, and you'll get a new title, and it's called the Mad. So, all right. So we're going to go up to this champion weaponsmith vendor. He sells not warbound champion level weapons. So if you go down to all, it will show you all the weapons he sells. And also this warbound purifying kit, which if unlocked and bought, you can unlock. You can use this item, and it'll unlock veteran items to drop in those chests at the very end of the Horrific Visions. It's the same here for the heroic weaponsmith, except everything is on a higher track. So the heroic weaponsmith sells you hero level gear, and the way you do the way you unlock the purchase of these are complete 5 Faceless Masks with complete a vision with 5 Faceless Masks. So you'll eventually get there. And also the Enchanted Warbound Purifying Kit, which is the same as the veteran one, except now it drops champion item levels. And then there's Tic Tac the Gnome. Very smart Blizzard. And he sells weapons that you can get now. And I don't remember how I unlocked this. I think you just did the first few quests and he just unlocked it for me. But these are veteran levels, so these are like the basics. And obviously I don't need them, but if you have an ult and you can just do like the preliminary quest for like 10 minutes, you can just easily go buy a weapon right off the bat. So pretty easy. Okay, so now for the skill tree. Now to unlock Echoes on the Zoth, which is the currency to upgrade your abilities in your skill tree, you have to talk to this guy, and he'll require Displace Corrupted Mementos. Now it starts off really small at first, it's like 50, but as you spend more, it's going to require you a lot more. So now I'm at 1100 because I've already unlocked quite a big portion of it. Click on that. If you have enough, it'll give you an Echo of the Zoth, and you can just unlock these Horrific Visions skills and abilities. Now, Gift of the Titans is already initially unlocked. It gives you a burst of movement speed and massive haste, and reduces your sanity loss by... You're immune to sanity loss for 20 seconds. So this happens like every 30 seconds. I'm going to go through these really fast because, you know, this is going to be a long video. Now, Orb Operation Manual, you have 3 uses of an orb that basically it casts for like a second or so. You can use this in combat. You drop down a field, and in that field, you restore about 150 sanity per second. You also revive whoever's dead, but you can only do this one time, and you only have 3 charges across your entire party, whoever you actually group with. So share it among all of you. So be careful how you use this thing. Okay, and we're gonna go through the tree really fast. So this first one, it reduces your damage taken and increases your damage done by 5%. This is increased by each ally within 100 yards by 1%. So this means you stay close with your allies, and it's better in the group. And then 5% for rank 1. 10% for rank 2, 15% for rank 3, and at the capstone you have a cheat death. Basically, if you or your ally dies, you instantly get 500 sanity and you restore to full health. So you can only do it one time. I think it's also shared across your group, so be careful. Be very careful. Now these are the important ones. These are Steeled Mind and Expanded Mind. These will increase your sanity and reduce your sanity drain. So Steeled Mind is extremely important. I would go for these ones first and fill it up as fast as you can. Reduce the sanity drain and horrific visions by 10, 20, 30, and then 40. Expanded Mind increases your sanity by 50, 100, 150, and that's about it. It's shared across your entire group, so if you have this unlocked, your entire group has it. Now, this one is pretty straightforward. Your first revival costs no sanity. When you actually be-rare someone in the vision, you do lose sanity for it. So this one will make it so that if you res someone, initially, you won't lose any sanity. So pretty simple. Okay, so for all these vision upgrades, it'll take you, you know, corrupted mementos, which you just get whenever you just do the visions and stuff like that. I'm at the point where it gets... Every time you spend corrupted mementos to get the Echo of the Zoth to upgrade your items, it gets more and more expensive. So at some point, you're going to have masks on. So, all right, if you talk to this guy over here, he's going to tell you about the Rune Enchants. So these are one-time use only. You unlock one when you do the Lesser Rune quest. You unlock the Greater Rune. You get one free for each of them as you progress through the quest line. So remember, they are one-time use. You can't use them again. They're not reusable. So I'm not going to talk too much about these. These are just some of the runes that were recycled from the old iteration of... from the original version of Horrific Visions. There were others that mainly dealt with secondary stats, like Expedient, for example, increases your haste, and then there was another one that increases your mastery. Those are now gone. Like I said, they're gone. We don't have to talk about them. That it is what it is. My favorite is Twilight Devastation, but I think everybody's most powerful one right now is Void Ritual. Now, I want to point out that for all these runes, at least their power level between the weakest one and the strongest one. The weakest one I want to say is like Echoing Void, and the strongest one will probably be Void Ritual. They're all less than 2%, so you can get whatever you want. And I'm talking about the greater runes, not the lesser runes. Lesser runes are even less because, you know, they don't provide as much. So all of these are about 2%. You can check your class guides. A lot of them are already updated on WoWhead to which spec you need, and they're also on rate bots. So if you go on rate bots, they're actually already implemented into rate bots as an option to sim your gear with. So like right here, I'm at rate bots. So if you want to sim your gear, they're all down here. But I want to point out a little disclaimer here. This is the PTR, and they've already revised some of these values of the runes, like the damage portion of them, multiple times. So everything is subject to change. So they may change something. Just putting it out there. They're there for you to sim. They're also there for you to look at to which one's best, but everything on PTR is subject to change, and Blizzard has already tampered with these multiple times, so be careful. Okay guys, we are down into the Horrific Vision prep area. We have to talk to Rathion to just start the vision, but before we do that, there is a bronze hourglass that got recently added to this revisited version of, you know, the Horrific Visions. This will actually let you queue with a companion, so something like Bran and Dells, except a much weaker version, to tank, heal, or DPS. So I've only had tampered with the healing, but since I've done Faceless, you know, since I've done the runs with no mask or anything, everything just dies, so I didn't really notice if, you know, it helped me or not. Either way, it's here if you need it. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and talk about the tributes really quick. Now, these are the tributes. These were original talents in the old Horrific Visions, but they are now their own system and their own different unlocks, but they share the same purpose that they did beforehand. So we're going to go ahead and kind of talk about them for a bit. So Clear Sight. Clear Sight is... it lets you see treasures in tainted areas, and then in either tainted, corrupted, and then everywhere once you get to rank 3. So this is right now I'm at rank 1. If you see this little bar over here, actually I may not even be rank 1. I may not even have unlocked it yet. So that, if you clear this first breakpoint in this bar, it's going to be at rank 1. You clear this, it's going to be at rank 2. And if you fill up the bar, it's going to be at rank 3. So the way you progress through the tributes is to just do various things associated with it. So with Clear Sight, you just loot potions and crystals in Orgrimmar, and then you'll be able to unlock it as you go, and you're just going to see more stuff. But this is probably one of the weakest ones. You don't really need this too much, honestly. It really doesn't matter. Yeah. All right, and then for second one, you have Experimental Destabilization, and I'm currently at level 1. As you can see, I hit the breakpoint for level 1. Now what this does is while you're above 50 sanity, your damage is increased, and your damage taken is reduced by 4% at rank 1, 8% at rank 2, and at rank 3 it's 12%. So this is pretty important for you to, you know, just dish out more damage and stay alive a little bit in your visions. All right, so Vision Hunter, we're gonna have the third one over here. Now I'm at rank 1 actually. Yeah, remember I have to cross that threshold to hit rank 2. Now it shows you how to. Yep, I think I already said it. Sorry, my brain's farting today. Anyway, so for Vision Hunter, what this does is every time you kill an enemy, you get a 1% movement speed and haste for 60 seconds. It stacks up to 5 times at rank 1. It goes up to 2% at rank 2, and then it goes up to 3% at rank 3. So this will make things really, really fast. Combine this with Gift of the Titans, you're gonna be blitzing all over the battle, all over the Horrific Visions. So yeah, this is probably the easiest one to unlock because you're gonna be killing stuff anyway. You just naturally just speed up this process, just being stronger. Okay, and this one is probably the most important one. Elite Extermination. I'm currently at level 1. I'm about to hit level 2 or rank 2. Sorry. Now Elite Extermination will grant you sanity back whenever you kill an elite. So at rank 1 you get 50. Rank 2 you get 100 sanity back. At rank 3 you get 150 sanity back. So this was probably the most important talent back when the Horrific Visions were introduced in BFA, and I think it still is, because sanity is your lifeline, and it is your time limit in these visions. All right, so if there's something you want to aim for to unlock first, it's probably this one. The Extermination is extremely important, and if you combine that with a few certain masks, it becomes more important because there is one mask that actually spawned an elite for you to kill. So yeah, you see where I'm going with this. Okay, so now we're going to be going on ahead to masks. Now, masks are pretty straightforward. Now, these are the unlocks you can get from each of the masks and how you unlock them. Now, the first one is initially the easiest one to get. So you just clear a Horrific Vision by doing all the zones, and you unlock the first one. So the Flask of the Long Night, which is what I already have. If you have it unlocked, it will glow red. So Altar of the Long Night, take it off, take it on, and this one reduces your sanity by 50%. I have not unlocked any other masks just yet. I just haven't really had the chance to run anything. I've been really busy. So, all right, for the next one, it's going to be Mask of the Burned Bridge and then Mask of the Daredevil, both of which can be unlocked in Orgrimmar. So you just put on this mask. Since it's Orgrimmar, clear everything. That's how you unlock 2 of them. Now, the next one is also, the next 2 are pretty easy as well, the same concept. Now, you just do the same thing, except you have to do it on Stormwind. So you can't unlock all of these in a week. You have to wait for Stormwind and then Orgrimmar, or Orgrimmar and Stormwind, whichever comes first. Now these are the 5 originals. The one easy to unlock, just finish it. The long night, easy to unlock. And then these ones, they just take 2 weeks to unlock. And then these are the new 3 ones. The three new ones are a little trickier to unlock. They require you to do certain stuff. So Faceless Masks of Vengeance, you can only unlock this in Stormwind. Now since I can't access Stormwind at the moment because it's an Orgrimmar week, I still can show you where it is in Stormwind to unlock this place. Okay, so let's see. Masks of the Vengeance. Now there's going to be a group of enemies between the canals of Trade District and Old Town. So Trade District and Old Town is going to be right here. There's going to be some Void Elves that you have to I think it's in this area. It's either in this area or in this area. If you go into the Vision of Stormwind, just find some Blood Elves, kill them, and then they will drop that Faceless Mask. And that's how you unlock the Mask of Vengeance. So these are Vengeful Void Speakers. This is what they look like. So they're just Void Elves, okay? Again, I can't show it to you because, Stormwind's not up. Now, Mask of the Nemesis, this one is a little bit, a bit weird. Now, this one requires you to be both in Orgrimmar and Stormwind. This will take you 2 weeks to unlock. You have to kill Hogger and then Gamon. Now, Hogger will be in this area of Stormwind over here. Oh, nope, that is Ironforge. Okay. It's going to be right here. There's going to be a poster right before you get into the mage quarter of the Horrific Vision. Click on the portal, you summon Gamon, and you, not Gamon, I'm sorry. You summon Hogger, he does a bunch of abilities. You kill him, he drops the Nemesis shard. Now for Gamon, he's going to be in Stormwind. I actually have a video that I'm going to just put up right here. Okay, so for Gamon's part of the quest line for the Nemesis mask, he's going to be in this Broken Tusk area in the Vision of Orgrimmar. So you go in here where the Innkeeper is, and you have to find his axe. His axe is going to be on the 2nd floor. It's somewhere in here, wherever it is. There it is. Okay, there's Gamon's axe. We're going to activate it, and he's going to... There we go. There's Gamon. You kill Gamon. He has his own abilities. Okay. Yeah, try to avoid his stun. Gamon's dead. We loot him, and we get the Nemesis shard. Now, once you have 2 of the Nemesis shards, one from Hogger, one from Gamon, you mix them together, you'll unlock the mask. Let's kill him. Okay, and the last one is very, very easy. It's the Mask of Multitudes. Just complete a Horrific Vision with 3 masks active within a single visit, and that's it. Now, the mask itself, the unlocks are pretty easy. Now, this is what they do though. Here you go. If for each Faceless Mask active, you will have 25% increased health and 25% increased damage on all enemies. And as you can see, equipping all 8 Faceless Masks means mobs will have 200% damage and health, and it gives you 140% extra corrupted mementos, and that's where it stops because you can't equip any more masks. Now, Mask of the Long Night, the first one you unlock is going to reduce your sanity by 50%. Mask of the Burned Bridge, well, I can just let you guys see all this. The ones that to watch out for are probably the worst ones to deal with will probably be Mask of Vengeance, which is basically bolstering Empathic Plus. It's back. They brought it back for this because, hey, it's fun, right? No, it's not. So this means you can't chain pull when you have it on. Mask of Multitudes means you have teaming in your Horrific Vision, so more enemies will be present. So that's terrible. And then the best one probably for me is Faceless Mask of the Nemesis, which is kill the Hogger and the Gamon one. You spawn the Nemesis every 25 seconds. Your Nemesis is actually either Gamon or Hogger. So you kill them, you get your sanity back because of Elite Extermination. This is it. So this one is actually helpful for you. That's good. Masters of Pain will increase your madness by 2 instead of 1 in each area. So if you don't know what madness is, these are the madnesses. See, madness, split personality, madness and xenophobia. And they'll also have another madness in the tainted area. So just imagine 2 of them instead of 1. So yeah, pretty brutal. And then sanity damage caused by creatures is increased by 400% from Daredevil. This means that if you haven't already been avoiding all the bad stuff, you really have to avoid all the bad stuff now because this is going to be very, very bad for you. Mask of the Burned Bridge. Basically, when you move, you have like void zones that spawn behind you. You stand in that, you lose sanity. Pretty easy. And then this one, below 50% sanity, a creature will come out and attack you. Just kill the creature when it comes out to attack you. And that's really all it is. Now, for the rewards that they give you, I'm just going to go ahead and show you. 0 mask. This is the amount of corrupted mementos you can get, and this is the gear you'll get based on the mask completed. So corrupted areas, which is the medium areas, will give you this amount. The lost areas, which is the most dangerous places, this will give you that amount times 2. And it stops at hero at 5 masks, but it will still give you more corrupted mementos as you go with more masks on. And this are the crests that you can gain every week. I'll just let you see it for a little bit. If you want to pause it, you can. Okay. Anyway, guys, I am going to go ahead and get going. I'm going to link the 2 runs that I have on the video right now. So just click on either one of them. Just remember, for the Stormwind one, I did that before like all of this was known. So it was blind. Don't flame me too much about it. I can't do a rerun. Like I said, it's not available at the moment. It's already been switched to Orgrimmar. So I have to upload it because that's all I got. So, yep. I will see you guys later.